Ross, you've had a night to sleep on the St Albans games. What was your thoughts?
I thought first of all it was another positive workout for us. It was another step forward in our preparation for getting ready for the league campaign. I think credit has to go to St Albans in terms of putting the game on, and certainly in these circumstances at the moment, with the weather being so hot, to get a playable pitch anywhere at the minute is certainly an achievement. So it was good from that perspective to get the game on. It was like I say, I thought it was a competitive workout. I think there's been one or two of our games over the summer where we've gone and scored a couple of goals early, and it sort of killed the game as an occasion, and therefore you don't quite get the intensity. I think the fact that we missed a few chances in the first half to go a couple of goals up probably helped the game altogether. Don't get me wrong, we want to go and score those chances, we want to win the game, and people want to see us put a team like that out of sight. But I think for the actual what we wanted to get out of the game physically, it kept the game competitive. They obviously got back in it, and I thought it made for a good occasion.
We saw Joby playing a more central position, and when Alex Lawless came on, he played at right back, I think it was. It's good to have that versatility, but what is the thinking behind those decisions?
I think a couple of things really. I think first of all, the plan for a number of these games over the summer isn't necessarily to always just put your strongest team out on the pitch. We sit down and we plan that, at Harlow, for argument's sake, we play two lots of 45 minutes in terms of the amount of time that the boys get on the pitch. Same for when we went away to Portugal. And then when we returned, you start to see a little bit of a shake-up. Some play 60, some play 30. And realistically, some of those plans go towards Joby playing in the middle of the pitch in order to give Joby the set amount of time that he needs. So obviously last night he ended up playing 90 minutes, and we felt by him being in that position would be an opportunity to... Charlie and Alex had already had their 90 minutes, if you like, so it was an opportunity for Joby to play that extended period of time. And now I think on occasions last year when games wore on, or latter periods in games, we might bring on a substitute. For argument's sake, last year it was Josh Karoma who went and played wide on the right, and we moved Joby inside. So I think when you've got players that are flexible like that, it's always, one, you can do it tactically, but secondly, at this moment in time, it's about giving players minutes on the pitch. I think with Al, everybody has seen him here as a centre midfield player, but I know certainly Alex has played certainly a lot of games in his career playing at full-back at previous clubs. Probably not something especially that we've set out or planned to do in terms of him playing in that position on a regular basis, but he came on in the middle of midfield last night, and then we moved him out to full-back in order just to get Charlie on the pitch and get Juddy off because he'd got a knock. So those little things, it's really related to reshuffling the team or due to planning the minutes for the players.
Looking forward to Saturday, we take on League One opposition in Southend. What are you expecting from that fixture?
Step up, certainly. Like I say, our fixtures have definitely served the purpose for us at the moment and given us what we required out of them. We know that in predominantly, pretty much all of those games, barring I suppose the beginning of the Benfica game, we've dominated the possession and had the lion's share of the ball. I would expect that Southend will put up a different different opposition with regards to that. You'd expect them to have a lot of the ball, so that's something that we're going to have to contend with. Certainly physically, I think again it would be a step up that in comparison to what we've been used to, but that's something that we've got to get ready for. The boys have come back and fit, and they've worked really hard over the summer. Now we give ourselves the opportunity to go and compare exactly where we're at against a team 2 leagues above us. I think also as well it's against Southend, and it's a fixture that as a club that we would always get excited about.
We're nearing the start of the season, and on Saturday, are we likely to see a side that will reflect the side that will start the season, possibly at Salford?
Yeah, I think so to an extent. I think the closer you get to the season, it will start to look a little bit more like the team. I think we'll have to bear in mind the loads that some of the players have had. So obviously some people have had 90 minutes in the last couple of games, or close to it, if not the full 90. We have to make sure that people are ready for the first game of the season and not going into the first season with fatigue. So I think you'll see certainly a selection of the team that looks a little bit more like what you might see at Salford, but without potentially it being nailed on. Some of that again related to the levels that people have worked over the summer, but then at the same time people who are carrying a few little niggles and knocks and that sort of thing. So certainly to answer your question, it'll be closer.
We've had a long pre-season, especially away from home.
Yeah.
How nice would it be to be back on home?
Yeah, nice. Obviously we were back at the stadium last weekend for the open day, so it's always nice to be back at the ground. We've been here, there and everywhere on our travels over the summer, and like you say, it's been a long and tough and period and pre-season for us since we returned at the back end of June. So we're always excited to play at home, but like I say, it's a fixture against Southend, and it's been after a long wait for us to be back playing there. So yeah, we're certainly looking forward to it.